right, so you've probably been on Pinterest, you've seen the glamorous builds, and everybody tells you that this DIY kit will go in so easy, all you need is 10 minutes of time and you'll have a finished van. Well, they are liars. We're here to talk to you about some of the nitty-gritty, the real stuff, starting right out the gate with just variations in the vehicle body. Now, we're sitting in a Transit Crew here. Key point here, not a cargo, but a Crew, and we ran into some minor surprises that we hadn't seen before. So right before this, we just got done filming our Transit Trail install. We got this kit dialed in for the trail, everything fit perfect, and we copy pasted it for the Van Mart, sent it here, and guess what? A whole bunch of stuff didn't line up. The flooring ribs were kind of off. Some of the wall panel holes were off by a few millimeters. We had to do some modification to get it to fit. I think it's realistic to communicate that expectation to the DIYer out there. It's not always going to go well. Tell them a little bit about the headliner, what we ran into there.
We have a headliner that GoCode has never seen before. You know, it looks factory, it definitely is factory, but the blob, their covers, they're very close to fading on there. But we had to get a razor blade and cut a good portion of our headliner out. But once we cut it off, and we used it as a template and marked it, we cut it, they snapped into place. We had to shoot a couple extra screws that were going to be hidden in the future into the blob covers, but they ended up being perfect. They look fine, but we had to cut into our van. And it's scary cutting into your van, you know, because they're expensive and you're expecting things just to snap in there and just move along super smoothly. But that was just one little hurdle that we had to overcome. Didn't take a lot of time, but it's just got to get the confidence to start doing a little cutting to make things fit. This is custom stuff, even though it is bolt-in stuff.
Yeah, as modular as we think we can make it, at the end of the day, it's just not realistic. A great example of this, if you own a Transit, you'll know this, and if you own a ProMaster, you'll be intimately familiar with this concept. Those pillars right outside the door entryway on both sides, they stick out quite a bit. What was it, like 2.5 inches in, 10 inches tall? We had to notch the back of the kitchen unit to get it to slide over. It's just something you run into. So when you're going into something like this, make sure you got a multi-tool, a jigsaw, some hole saws. In fact, another great point to mention is the wheel well boxes. We have channels cut into them to mount them, but we had to push this wheel well box just 1 inch further forward to line up with the van speed capsule opening. And because of that, we had to use a hole saw to make mounting holes. It's just something you should expect. We don't know how you're gonna run your wiring, how you do your power. And listen, we're professionals. We've been doing this for years, hundreds of vans, and we planned this for weeks and we still miss things. So it's only expected that you might miss some things too. So go into it with a good attitude, an open mind, and just understand you're gonna run into hiccups here and there. Aside from a few little variant issues from model to throw a wrench in your planning, I'd say just keep a good attitude and do it with somebody that you can be stressed around and trust.
Yeah, and get yourself plenty of drill bits because this Ford Transit metal is no joke. You will burn through a bit every 2 holes, so got a stack of bits, man.
Yeah, 100%. In any case, I'm glad you guys got a chance to look at the van. Thanks for checking it out. If you have any questions, hit us, Search Supply or the Van Mart. We'd be happy to help. In any case, thanks for watching. Happy building.